Hello, welcome along. My name is Kess Perry, Kess Crystal. Some of you know me as. I thought I would do a new series of video blogs based on my top 10 items. And this is my first one. I'm going to see how it goes. And I'm going to talk about my favorite, most used top 10 landscaping items. And I'm going to be kind of putting together a scene as we go along, based on those items. Now, I may not use all of the items in this particular scene because I'm putting together a scene for taking a vendor photograph for one of the stores that I take vendor photos for. But this is my number one item that I'm actually stood on now. These are HPMD Cliff Hills, and these are the autumn versions, and they come with two shapes. There's this one, which I think is A, yeah, A, and this shape here, which I've actually modded a little bit, which is shape B. They're scripted, so you can change the grass color and the rock color. You can resize them via the resizer, or you can just resize them manually with any of the points there, that way, or up or down or whatever. These are really versatile and great for building up a scene. What they're not that great for is when you want to put something flat on them because they're a little bit bumpy, and you'll see that in a little bit. But these get used everywhere. So those are my absolute number one favorite. Now I'm going to skip straight to number four now. We'll put a list from 1 to 10 in the description of the video and obviously on the blog as well. But number four is also from HPMD, and that is trees. And I've got quite a lot of these. But if you are low on land impact or prims allowed or anything like that, these are perfect because they're prim trees. And when you resize them, the land impact doesn't go up, but they still look amazing. So this is the '07 tree that I'm going to use here because I want big trees for this scene. So I'm going to pop this here. There, I'm going to actually make it a little bit bigger just to prove my point. So it's currently 8 prims. I'm going to make it a bit bigger. And look, it's still 8 prims. Now, if that was a mesh tree, that would have gone up substantially. But it's not going to do that. Now, these are the green ones. Let me see, I think I've got other '07s. Yeah, I've got a yellowy one, which I'm going to use as well. Because that's a little bit more autumnal for the scene that I'm doing, but I'm going to keep that one the same size. Actually going to tint some of these leaves a little bit. So they are moddable, you can resize them, but it means you can also do things like this. Yeah, I'm going to go with that, I think. And I'm going to put one more, make it slightly bigger, and put it to the back here. Now my scene photo is going to be from the front, so this doesn't have to be perfect. And also, if I was doing perfect, this would be a very long video. I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to me mumble on that long. Okay, so I'm going to also edit the colour on this one a little bit. maybe make this one a little bit redder over here. There we go. Right, I like that. So, these cliff hills are my number one. The absolute next favourite thing of mine to use is the Illyrium dwarf forest. Um, you will see this in a lot of places. I have three versions: the frozen, the ember, and the old gold. Old gold is my favourite without doubt, and I tint this one as well. So again, this is prim. So you can make it bigger and smaller and it doesn't change the land impact. So it's two. What you can also do if you just want the bush and you don't want these stalks, you can edit it and take those stalks out. So you don't have to have the trees there as well. Um, and also you can edit the color and I'm going to do that again. Um, So I'm going to go for that orange that I have there saved. I use that a lot. It's great. And these are really versatile and easy to use and just look amazing. Just move them around a little bit. Make some bigger, some smaller. I'm actually going to take the tint off these now and have a couple of green ones. Yellowish green. Gosh, don't look over there. That's my sandbox over there. You don't want to be seeing all my junk. Okay. So we've got a few of these now. So we've covered off Illyrium Dwarf Forest, HPMD Cliff Hills, HPMD Trees. My favourite plant to use, I have two. And I've got to say that one of them um, is one that I've been using for quite a while. And I think I'm going to be using that size. That E1. That's it. There's a few of those. So Hot Garden Centre, these are from, and these are Queen Anne's lace. And these are brilliant. I love the wildflowers from Hart. Now, the other one that is on my list, and it's on my list at number 7, is the garlic mustard. And I can't even take credit for this. The garlic mustard is all down to Blair Lockhurst, who at a talk at BVM introduced me to the garlic mustard. So I'm going to use a couple of patches. There's a couple of patches of the garlic mustard. There in the yellow and a couple of the patches in white. So they are also very pretty. So I'm just going to, again, for time wise, cluster these up. Now these are mesh, so if you make them bigger, you are going to increase the prim size quite a lot. So you need to be quite wary of that. I'm just going to dot these around a little bit. Fill in some of the gaps. There's a building going in this middle bit, which is why I'm not doing much in the middle. do for now. Okay, and now our garlic mustard clusters can go. Yeah, but thank you, Blair, if you watch this, for this tip on garlic mustard. It's a really nice filler for a scene as well. Losing the level of detail on those a little bit, but I haven't upped my LOD for the video. Squiff those a little bit. Let's see, I'm losing those. I'll up my LOD. Yeah, I just paused for a second while I upped my LOD, and you can see that they hold now quite nicely. Now I'm going to bring some of these plants down to the water's edge. Just put a little couple here. And then, oh, keep picking that up. Should probably lock that. I guarantee I'm going to move it before we finish the video. That's that. Okay, so grass. There are lots of different grasses out there. I tend to use, again, another HPMD product. I have quite a few, but it's these HPMD wild grasses. Where's this? So this is number 6 on my list. I know I'm moving around the list a little bit, and I'll recap them on the end. This grass, I just really like it. I like that it's got these ears on it. It's got so many options in terms of colour. So for this time of year, probably using it in a khaki. Just think that looks so natural. So I've got a couple of different khakis there. There, that looks drier. Even better. So put a couple of patches of grass down. So I'm going to be putting a building on here, so this isn't a biggie. I just wanted to show you this grass. Put some over there. And again, not being particularly detailed with moving stuff around and everything, but you can see that. So that's the grass. That's number 6 on my list of favourite things to use. A couple of other things I'm going to move around here to show you because I'm not going to use them in the build itself. I use a lot of the Fanatic Architecture ruins. I have the summer version. This pack is again very versatile. You've got these arches, columns, you've got a bridge. I use the floors a lot. So let me just find you. These are great because you can sink them down a little bit and then just have them really nice and flat there. I use the walls a lot, just use them in a photo that I'm publishing, that I've just published. I say that because I'm due to do it tomorrow, so, and this video is going to be in a few days' time, so I'm trying to speak as if I know what I've done. So now I have to publish it. Um, all these different walls here. Again, they're moddable, so you can tint them, but they're quite dark in the first place, so you're not going to get them to go any lighter, but you can change the colours significantly. So I do like to use those. I'm just going to delete that because that won't be in my way. The other floor that I use for landscaping a lot are by Stormwood. Um, they've got Roman and Tuscan paving stones. I use these a lot, and I tell you why. I like they come in with a version with grass and one without grass. So that's got grass. Floor C's got grass. These are the Tuscan ones. These are great for patio and flooring areas. And I use these Roman ones a lot. And again, they come with grass or without. So that's with. And let me just pop the same version down next to it without. And that's if I'm putting a patio area on my house, I'm nearly always using these stones. These are great. They are mesh, so they will, take the land impact up if you increase them. Um, but also if you link them, once you have laid everything out, the land impact will be slightly less, but not significant. Let me just delete these. So that was the Fanatic Ruins set and the Stormwood Paving. Okay, I wanted to show you number 8 on my list, which is a store called T-Spot. And I use a couple of different things from there. This is some ground vegetation that's quite nice and easy to use and low in terms of land impact. It's just one prim. Um, it's full perm, comes in various different colors, but you actually get the textures with it, so you can make changes. I really like those. They can use up quite a lot of space. Um, haven't used the bushes in a while, so I'll try and see what this looks like. There we go. And this is some nice little blue flowers. Again, they're really good space fillers and they are quite cheap and full perm. So I'm going to include that on the list because it's not a mega expensive and um, other people can use it. And one of the other things that I use a lot on land and on water and on dance floors um, is marsh plants. These are from, they don't have an in-world store anymore. It's Nadine Reverie, if I recall. But you can buy these on Marketplace still. Let me just see if this res. These are great just for dropping onto water. Or dropping onto, like if you had a old deck or something like that here, and you wanted it to be, just want to drop that one down a little bit more. Okay, so this is what I've got. I'm going to res a building there in a minute, and I'm going to take a photograph of it for a store. But that is mostly, apart from the items that you saw me delete, my top 10 favorite outdoor landscaping items. So just to recap, they are Illyrium Dwarf, sorry, number 1 is HPMD Cliff Hills. Number 2 is Illyrium dwarf forest. Number 3 is the Heart Queen's Anne's lace, which is the white plants. Um, Number 4 is the HPMD trees. Number 5 were the Fanatic ruins that I raised and showed you. Number 6 is the HPMD grass, which is here, the wild grass. Number 7, courtesy of Blair Lockhurst, is the garlic mustard. Number 8 is the T-spot various flowers. I suggest you go along there. You will find some real gems that you can use over and over again. 9 was the Stormwood paving, the Tuscan and the Roman paving slabs. And number 10 is Nadine Reveries marsh plants. There's lots and lots of others that I like to use as well, but it wouldn't be a top 10 if it was 20. So, and you'd be bored stiff by now. So hopefully that's helped you. I will put the list on my blog and also in the description on YouTube, along with the sloughs if you would like to visit any of the stores. And if you like this video, let me know, because I do have plans to do other ones, like top 10, I don't know, tell me what you'd want. Top 10 kitchen items, top 10 lounge items, top 10 bedroom items, bathrooms, top favourite trees. I could probably have done 10 just on trees. So, you know, and please feel free to comment and let me know if you would like to see other topics covered. And thank you for listening.